The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service on Facebook.com/ExperiencePros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Cheryl and Eric. You know, Cheryl, I'm so used to saying with Angel and Eric, and it's true. I mean, that's the branding of the show. But
Sure.
Angel is out and about, and so Cheryl Braunschweiger is with us today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. If you'd like to know more about Cheryl and her business, you can find out more at almcmortgage.com. That stands for All Loans Must Close. Now, you know, I am not the brightest bulb in the knife drawer. And I am.
Oh, I would beg to differ with that.
You know, and I didn't go to Harvard or anything like that. But our next guest did. And so let's talk about the Concept Queen from the Right Concept. Our next guest, Martha Guidry, she helps business owners, marketers, product developers, and market researchers win in the marketplace. She graduated from the Harvard Business School and started marketing her marketing career at Procter & Gamble. Martha, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Very nice to have you. Now, let's talk a little bit about this moniker that you go by, the Concept Queen. Why does a business or a product need a marketing concept, and what is a marketing concept?
Well, fundamentally, a marketing concept is your message. It's your idea that you want to communicate to the people that you want to sell to. So, for example, my idea of the Concept Queen, that kind of encapsulates, that's the advertising way of talking about my concept, but it says, hey, she's an expert. If she's royalty, maybe she knows something a little bit more than I, hence the reason I call myself the Concept Queen. But fundamentally, every business or product needs, or even a brand, needs a concept, because without it, you're kind of dead in the water. No one knows what you stand for.
I agree. This is Cheryl, by the way. Hi, Martha.
Hello.
How are you? Yeah, I love the queen part. I've been known to ask people to call me the queen every now and then.
Every day.
Of my business. But I love like you said, kind of the royalty. Adds a little expertise, adds a little bit of knowledge to what you're doing. So how would I know that I need to have a positioning concept or a core idea? How do I know that?
Well, fundamentally, if you have anything to sell, whether it be your consulting services, your brand, your business, whatever it might be, you need some kind of concept. Differentiating between a core idea concept, really a core idea concept is just the way of making sure that you have an idea, if you have some kind of idea for your business, that you can actually have something that people are interested in. So a core idea would be more of a description of the product, what it may offer. In contrast, a positioning concept is really about identifying the opportunity that you want to own in the marketplace that really differentiates you from other competitors. As you well know, I mean, it sounds like you're in maybe the mortgage industry or something like that.
Yes, I am.
There's a lot of competitors out there,
Yes.
and that you want people to come to you because you offer something unique and different, and people need to know what that is. And that's why you want to have this positioning concept, so people know why you're different than the guy across the street.
You know, if I understand it correctly, then the positioning concept would be when we say that we are the most positive business talk show in America, it's because we found our blue ocean and we are the only positive business talk show in America. Now, do you see a lot of people who try to launch a product without a positioning concept or even a core idea?
I think at the end of the day, most people try to do it. Whether they're successful is another issue, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong between the time you identify a concept and the time it gets to the market. But with a flawed concept, you're going to be dead in the water before you even get started. So, the big companies, anything, you go down a grocery store and you see anything at a packaged good, they've done their homework. Doesn't necessarily mean that their product's going to do well, but at least they've lined things up to try to communicate what they think their product offers.
So
Cheerios makes your heart healthier. Okay, buy some Cheerios. We all believe that.
Right. So what could you say, if we were going to design one, or some of the things that we need to have? Like, are there certain things that must be in your concept?
Absolutely. In terms of foundational blocks, clearly you have to have a well-articulated benefit. Because that tells people, what you have to offer. You think about it, people buy benefits, they don't buy features. And I know that kind of people get like, what do you mean you don't buy features? But if you think about it, if you went down let's say the detergent aisle to buy Tide, you're going to buy the benefits that Tide gives you. It cleans your clothes, it makes them smell fresh, your
Right.
kids look great. You're not going down there saying, which detergent has that long-acting enzyme that's going to deep clean?
Right.
And that's a feature, but the benefit is all those like warm fuzzies that I feel as a mom when I wash my kids' clothes.
Absolutely.
So benefit is important. You got to have support for that called a reason to believe. You can promise all the benefits in the world, but if you don't have support that says, like those enzymes, maybe the enzymes are what's making the clothes so clean, you need to make it believable. If people don't believe what you offer, then your positioning concept is flawed.
Wow, I really like that features versus benefit. That's something that I don't necessarily think about in my own business, but certainly applies.
You think about it. How many times have you met a consultant and you say, what do you do? Oh, I sell mortgages. Okay, well, you and everybody else. But if you told someone, I provide you a comfortable environment for you to refinance your home and become wealthier over the long term, I'm much more likely to listen to you, because the feature in that case is that you're the mortgage person. The benefit is that you're going to have a better life because you're going to refinance and get this, incredibly great rate with me.
Absolutely.
Wow, Martha, you're hired.
and we want to get more people to hire you, but we need to get your word out about the book that you have. Your book is called Marketing Concepts That Win. Save time, money, and work by crafting concepts right the first time. Martha, tell us a little bit about this book and how you ended up writing it.
Well, I've been working with all sorts of different kinds of clients, predominantly packaged goods clients, but some in finance and food and things like that. But for like 15 years, I started very young. I was 6. And
kind of like me.
Of course, yes. And but the reality was clients were bringing me poorly written concepts all the time, and I felt really guilty doing research on these concepts that I knew were terrible. So I looked for a book, trying to find something that could help them, kind of as like a reference or a little Bible to help them. Couldn't find one, so I finally decided to write it. I'd done a few presentations on it, and I turned that presentation into a book. And, that's sort of where the book came from, out of necessity.
Well, you are absolutely right, speaking to the right audience with our national audience here. And Martha, I want to make sure that our listeners get a chance to follow up with you. How about some contact information?
Sure. You go to my website, which is therightconcept.com, and that's spelled with an R-I-T-E, not R-I-G-H-T. Or you can find my book at www.marketingconceptsthatwin.com, all one word. So those are probably the best 2 places to start.
And it looks like you also have a free newsletter on your website, again, at therightconcept.com. You can sign up for her free newsletter. The most recent one is called The 7 Pitfalls of Concept Development.
That's correct.
All right.
And that can also be found at the website, www.concepttalk.com.
Concepttalk.com. Martha Guidry, the principal at The Right Concept out in Connecticut. I hope you fared all right through the storm.
I did, thank you. Only 2 days with no electricity, which was heaven compared to last year with 9 days no electricity.
Well, our thoughts and prayers are with you and your neighbors and all those around.
Thank you so much, and you guys make it a great day.
Absolutely. We can't help it.
Thank you, Martha.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You are listening to Cheryl and Eric on the Experience Pros radio show. Don't go anywhere. More positive business talk right after these messages.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.